What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In the last video we saw some of the really cool commands and we will continue in this video. So let's open up our terminal, right click on the desktop, open up terminal, maximize. Now in this video we will have some of the commands which will require internet connection. So please connect your host machine to the internet, Wi-Fi or Ethernet, so that your VirtualBox machine can access the internet as well. Our first command will be sudo apt. So what is apt? Apt stands for aptitude. It has all the packages required for the Linux operating system. So sudo apt, we have install, we have remove, we have update, we have upgrade. So these are some of the basic options you can try. So right now we will do apt install update. So what it will do, that it will update the apt aptitude repository. If you hit enter, it will ask for the password, hit enter, and voila, done. All right, so it is done. And let's do, if you hit the up arrow, it will show you the previous command. So I will just edit it, upgrade. And one more thing, that if you type -y, then you won't need to confirm. So in case you don't type -y, it will ask you that do you really want to upgrade, and if you type -y, it won't ask you that, it will directly upgrade. So I will omit the -y as of now. So see, after this operation, something amount of disk space will be used. Do you want to continue? I don't want to continue. Why? Because I don't have that much data right now. That is why I won't upgrade. Let's clear out our screen. So we saw two of the options, sudo apt update and upgrade. So one more, let's see, install Apache. What is Apache? Apache is web server. So we will type Apache 2, which is the latest one. As you can see, it is asking that after this operation, uh, almost 8 megabytes will be used. So I let me show you one more thing. It is asking for the confirmation right now, and if I type and hit enter, it will abort. But if we type -y, then let's see, it doesn't ask, and it automatically starts the installation process. So that is the difference. So if you don't want, or if you are writing a script, then -y is quite useful, because you won't have to manually press enter or press y. So now, as we can see, the Apache package has been downloaded, and it is being installed. So we will give it some time. Okay, so now as you can see, our Apache has been installed on our computer. So if we check sudo, another command coming up, sudo service. So what it does, it calls the service command. So sudo service, and then we will specify what type of service. So Apache 2 in this case, and we will check for status. As you can see, it is saying that it is up and running. So if you press Ctrl plus C, it will exit, or it will move out of that status screen. In this same command, if you type sudo service Apache to start, that will start the function. As we already saw that Apache is already running, so we will say stop. And now if we check, active status is inactive and dead. As you can see, So we will press Ctrl C again, and now we will say start. And now if you check the status, it will say running. So, and one more thing, you don't have to stop and then start. You can simply type to restart and it will do the same thing which we did. Sudo status, and as you can see, it is up and running. So it is quite useful command if you are tackling with processes, different processes. You want to restart or stop or start any process, then you can use this command. It is quite useful. So let's clear out our screen. Now we are talking about internet, and one of the most famous command, you must have heard about it, it is also used in Windows as well, is ping. Ping stands for the packet internet grouper. So what it does basically, it is used to check your internet connection. So if I type ping google.com and hit enter, you can see, let me Control C to stop this screen, and let's analyze what it is trying to say. So let's start from our first line. Ping, we are kind of pinging, or we are kind of sending packets or messages to the server, google.com server, and this is basically the IP address of the Google server which I am sending the packets to. And we are sending 64 bytes of the basic size of the packet, 64 byte. As you can see, we sent 4 packets of 64 bytes each. It is already written over here, and all the 4 packets has been received by the server of Google, and no packet loss. Why? Because 4 were transmitted and 4 were received, so no data loss right there. But one of the most important thing over here is this, the time in milliseconds. So basically this is the time in millisecond that is required for the packets to reach the from your computer to reach to the Google server. So in 92 milliseconds the packet exited from your system, from our computer, and reached the Google server in this certain amount of time. So this specific time is known as latency. You must have heard about it in online games, that my latency is quite high, my ping is high. You must have heard about it. So that is the thing, the latency. Let's clear out our screen again, and we have one more. Let's nslookup. So one of the most important thing in any operating system is the DNS. So what is DNS? DNS is domain name system. I will tell you the concept of DNS in short. Um let's pick Google again for a demonstration purpose. So we have google.com, we have google.com, and we have this IP address 14.250.14.250 dot something something. Okay, so this is a numeric IP address, but as you can see, we don't recall IP address or numbers quite easily, but we can remember this name. So what is the role of DNS is to convert or map this IP address to this or vice versa. So in the browser, if you type google.com, then what the DNS will do, the domain name system, what it will do, it will tell yes, google.com, google dot com maps, or it basically resides at this address. Let's suppose you visit a colony and you have the name Mr. Sharma. Okay, so you ask someone that I would like to go to the place or to the house of Mr. Sharma. So you don't actually know the address. Then what the security guard will tell you that yes, Mr. Sharma lives in this building and this room. So fifth floor of block C, something like that. So what that is a specific address which you don't know, but the guard knows. Why? Because he has records. So similarly, the domain name system has records. Basically, it has primary. Let me clear the screen. How do I clear the screen, man? Okay, Control A. Oh, delete. Okay, so okay, DNS. DNS has two servers, kind of. Primary. My writing, because I am using my mouse, that is why I am not able to write properly. Please ignore my handwriting. Primary and secondary, or it is also known as backup server. So what is the significance? The primary domain name server consists of all the records, all the mappings. So as we saw earlier, google.com resides at this IP address. Similarly, it has all the mappings. But what if our primary server goes down for any reason? Electrical shortage or any natural disaster or any system failure. What if this goes down? So our secondary or backup server will then become the primary. It will handle all the requests, so it will handle all the mappings. So we can say that the secondary server also has all the DNS records inside it. That is why it can also serve as a server in the case of emergency. Control A, delete. So you might be thinking that what are the known domain name server? So we have some of the most famous: 8.8.8. This is the public DNS server. Public DNS server means that it is not restricted for private or personal use only. All people can use it. So this is public DNS by Google. And similarly, we have 1.1.1.1. This is Cloudflare. This is Cloudflare's public DNS. This is the basics of the DNS. Let's get back to our terminal and let me show you. If we type nslookup and any domain, enter, you can see that this is our resolver, the DNS resolver. Right now it is using the local host as a DNS resolver. You can say it is using the host operating system, the DNS resolver of the host operating system. So we will get into that as well in the future, but as of now you can think of that the virtual machine is relying on the DNS resolver of the host machine. And now it has resolved the name. Google.com lives here, and it is the IPv4 address, and it is the IPv6 address. One more command we can type: dig google.com. It is kinda similar, but it gives little bit more information. So as you can see, answer section, question section is like we questioned about google.com. The answer section, google.com resides here. Both are same. 142, 250, 190, 278. No, both are not same. Then we have a kind of contradiction right here. So you might be saying that both the tools are giving different IP addresses. How is it possible? That is because Google doesn't have just one server on the internet. It has multiple servers, and it has a technology, something known as uh, okay, it has okay, so it has a technology known as load balancer. What is load balancer? Let's suppose that you are a very big website. In this case, we are talking about Google. As you all know that Google is quite big, and it has billions of people accessing Google on a daily basis. So one server cannot satisfy the request of all the peoples. So what Google has done, it has multiple server multiple servers. Okay, so now if person A is trying to access Google, it will direct you to this server. If person B at the same time wants to access Google, it might send him to this as well. But in case this server has a lot of people already, it will send B's request to this server. That is why we saw different IP address right here and right here. This is because Google is using the load balancer to distribute the traffic evenly. And let's suppose if it doesn't have any load balancer, what it will do, what will happen is that A, B, C, D, E, all the person who want to access Google, all the request, only this system alone it will have to handle, and it will overheat, and it will malfunction, and it will suffer with downtime, and it will cause losses to the company, in this case Google. That is why load balancers are used. So I hope that now the concept of load balancer DNS is clear, and you are not confused anymore about the different IP addresses. So you can use dig and nslookup. It is your decision. Alright guys, so this is it for this video, and I took some time to make you understand about DNS and other concepts, because these are some of the most important concepts which are being used on the internet, and this is how the internet works. So these are the things that you should know, and I will be covering all these things specifically in special videos. For example, I will make a video about DNS especially, so I will discuss all the aspect of DNS in detail. And similarly, load balancers, how to implement load balancers, we will discuss in the future, so stay tuned for more. But as of now, for the basic level, I think that this is enough that you should know. And once the time will come, we will surely discuss about it in the detail. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.